say it never rains in Southern California, but it's pouring in the Bay.
Future you know, Future enjoys the power. He enjoys sitting in the power couple trope. And he's not going to get out that seat if he can help it during his lifetime. So with that being said, he feels that women are complementary to men. Okay. Why does he have so many baby mamas? It's because Future, this is so explicit, but I mean, you just got to keep it real. Sometimes you got a homeboy that's like, you're like, dude, why did you do that? Like, you know, what, you know, okay. I'm gonna give you a metaphor real quick. So sometimes people don't mind paying their rent late because they're like, well, it's a late fee, right? So I already know what the penalty is. So he already knows what the penalties are to having kids. The 10 of coins is talking about Future just being really, really rich and pretty much set up financially. So when he has sex, if he gets caught up in the moment, he's either like, you can do a plan B, you can abort, worst come to worst, you have that baby, and this baby is taken care of. The 6 of Wands is talking about him just charging forward. It's talking about him feeling his humanness. It's talking about him feeling his penis and him just, you know, when he gets into his rhythm and he's about to jump off the diving board, he's going to dive head first, cannonball into the pool. He's not going to say, hey, you know what? I don't want to dive into the pool. I'm actually just gonna, you know, like, you know, instead, I ain't gonna get wet that way. I'm gonna just let somebody spray me with a water hose and then I'm gonna towel dry off, if you get what I'm saying. So Future has so many baby mamas because he feels like he's financially equipped to deal with them if he ever so happens to have a lot of baby mamas. And also with the situation that he grew up in, it's just like he's definitely not someone that feels that having a big family or having a lot of kids is an issue, because he looks up to men that have a lot of children. All right. So I'm going to shuffle again, and we're going to pull more cards. Hold on just 1 second. Okay, so now I'm about to ask about Future's relationships with some music artists. It's only going to be one card because I don't really have a lot of time to sit here and talk about every single music artist that he interacts with in great detail. The first artist is Drake. I get the 7 of coins. he, I don't get that he and Drake. I get that he and Drake, like he works with Drake. Yes. Here's what I'll say. Future deal. It's easier for Future to deal with Drake because Future expects Drake to be a snake. It's like he's like, oh, I know that sometimes he's like, I know what Drake is on. You got to expect it. I accept it, but I know how to deal with it. Sort of thing. The Seven of Coins is speaking about their relationship just being about money, but it's like, there could be. It's the number 7 for me represents wisdom that's acquired after a spiritual journey. So it's like, but it also represents that there's more to learn. This means that their relationship is pretty solid. They have but it's really they're industry friends, and Future is always learning about Drake. It's like Drake's deceptive business tactics sharpens Future's discernment and helps him to create more sophisticated strategies to deal with Future's enemies or people that he doesn't know. It's kind of like he trusts Drake because he knows how far Drake will go with him, or he at least he's familiar with the repertoire of underhanded things that Drake might do in business. Okay, Young Thug. I get the 6 of Wands, and it's like Young Thug and Future's relationship. I wouldn't. Again, this is another industry friendship. But this one's definitely a lot more spiritual. It's like they may have had a past lifetime together. So it's an industry friendship that's not rooted in business, but they do feel like you have a similar goal as I do. And honestly, they're similar people. So I hear it as just, a solid, a solid friendship. But it's industry related, not like these two people would deal with each other, outside of that. Russell Wilson. They don't have a relationship. Because the 10 of Cups is just showing me Ciara, Russell Wilson, a new baby. It's like, and baby Future. I mean, that's just how I see this card. Y'all can interpret however you want to, but I don't see it as they have a relationship. They're cordial with each other, and they'll shake hands with each other, and Future will say, "Hey," but they don't really speak. It's like Russell Wilson wouldn't mind being friends or cool with Future, but he definitely is. Future definitely knows that Russell Wilson has a very snobbish. He holds very snobbish judgments towards him. So he's definitely not dumb. I mean, obviously Future is very intuitive, but no, they don't have a relationship. I hope I'm giving y'all a lot of information. Okay, BowWow. This is a situation where it's like, this is so screwed up what I'm about to say, but Future feels almost as though, BowWow should be thankful BowWow should be thankful that his baby's mama is having a child a child by Future because he's like, she's more set up now. She's more straight. And I'm downloading this information. There's not too much of a relationship there. BowWow is, please believe me that BowWow's, infuriated about this, but it's kind of like there's no bro code there between the two. And Future thinks that this is so screwed up. Future thinks that not only is BowWow's baby mama in a better position, BowWow's child is also in a better position because he's like, you know what? She gonna use that money. She gonna use that money on your kid too. So, I mean, that's just how he's rationalizing it. But Future's not to be threatened. You know what I mean? Like he's mentally strong. That's what I said. He plays chess, and he's very true to the game that he plays. Now Ciara. He is just trying to keep he and Ciara, to be honest with you, he and Ciara, the relationship is one in which he's like, look, I'm gonna honor this custody agreement, and I'm gonna pay you some money, and that's it, because that's all you worth. Like, he has a very deep disdain for Ciara, and it's because he feels like she trashed him for all the wrong reasons. Like, he feels almost as though she started revealing too much about their relationship. He likes to keep things private, and he feels as though she wasn't appreciative of what what he was helping her with. He also feels as though he also kind of, okay, he feels like if Russell Wilson wasn't in the picture and Ciara was by herself as a single mom, he's not quite sure of how. He's like, how would she continue making money? What was she doing before me? What's she doing now? That's his feelings towards her with the King of Coins. Okay, my next question is, what does Ciara do when she hears Future's songs play on the radio? I get the Six of Coins, the Death card, and the Emperor, and they're saying that she shuts it off. The Six of Coins is speaking about she starts thinking about the money that she used to make with him, and she was making some good money, and it was a different type of check. Like, it was a different type of check, and the checks were rolling in a lot more frequently when she was with him. But the Death card is like, look, she cuts it off, she turns it off, she ends it, she doesn't listen to it. The Emperor is speaking specifically about her feelings towards us, being like, look, I ain't got no feelings towards it. I ain't got no feelings towards you. We did good business together. You gave me a baby. Bye. Ciara does not allow for Future to occupy space in her mind. And she almost wants to pretend that she doesn't want to pretend that he doesn't exist, but she wants to pretend that he's not an actual father to her child. It actually makes, like, if Future doesn't call for 3 weeks, I'm just saying, if Future doesn't call baby Future for like 3 weeks, she and like, let's say it's the 22nd day he calls, she's like, damn, like she has to snap back into reality that, she had a child by him. She deeply regrets it. But the Six of Coins is speaking about, this jolt of it's like a jolt of energy that surges through her body, and she starts thinking about that money. she starts thinking about how Ciara was a lot more human when she was dealing with him as well. That's what I'm hearing, because that's what the 6 represents that. But she was definitely a lot more spiritually aware, and but she doesn't sit in those feelings, and she doesn't really entertain those memories like that. And now finally, what's coming for Future? What's next for him? I think that, let's see, I know he's with, hold on one second. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure. Okay, these cards. Okay, what's coming for him? The spirits are speaking about. He does have a child by BowWow's baby mom. I'm so sorry, I don't know her name, and I hate referring to people by like baby mama, baby daddy. But she comes up as she's really the Queen of Cups, but she's gonna come up as the Queen of Wands in this row. What's coming up is that they're actually gonna try to take the relationship public. They're gonna try to make it work, and for a split second, like she's gonna try to blend the families, and Future's gonna cheat on her. I mean, Future, she's gonna feel, but Future is gonna cheat on her. I don't know if she's gonna leave him. Let's see, will she leave him? No, she's coming up again. Now she's the Queen of Coins. Queen of Coins, Nine of Cups, emotional completion. No, she's not going to. She actually might try to get engaged to him. But yeah, I see that coming for Future. I see an engagement coming for him. But I get the Lover's the 10 of Wands. She's gonna feel like he's getting away with something involving cheating, and it's like she's definitely going to rationalize the situation. She's going to really rationalize the situation to herself, as though, I knew this about him. I knew what it was, but I do my own thing on the side too. But remember what I told you. You don't really get one over on Future. So with that being said, I see an engagement coming for Future, if he wants it, and I do see them trying to go public with this relationship. So I hope that you all enjoyed this reading. Please go to www.blackspectrumnetwork.com, purchase a private psychic reading. Also, make sure that you subscribe to my Patreon. That's patreon.com/Black Spectrum Network. Please forgive me for dropping the mic a couple of times. Again, these videos are pre-recorded. Working on getting the microphone stand. Until then, get a private psychic reading. I will help you to get that business together. I'll help you to find that job. I'll help you to get that man. All of that. With that being said, talk to you soon. Bye.
Been a long time, but I still got love for you, and that won't ever change. San Jose. They say it never rains in Southern California, but it's pouring in the Bay. San Jose. Girl, I know we try to tell ourselves the